All right, this is young Drew from EatSleep Hoops. Hope everybody's doing good. Uh, Today, the topic is Donald Sterling and the sale of the Clippers. I know that there's been thousands of videos, of course, more so opinion stuff and based on stuff that, is not dealing with actual topic, but we like to look at things from the alternate perspective or the hidden perspective. I call it the hidden perspective because a lot of times we focus on so many other things when it comes to stuff that we forget about, hey, what about this other thing that nobody's considering? So I think when looking at this, because there's two things with it. Shelly Sterling has agreed to sell to Steve Ballmer for $2 billion, and Donald Sterling is looking to sell, or no, not sell, sue for $1 billion. He's trying to sue the NBA. Now, it is pretty quick that all this is happening. Why is it happening so quick? I think because one, Shelly Sterling is going to divorce, most importantly, Donald Sterling. So getting that $2 billion deal and you get half, that's $1 billion. And him suing the NBA for $1 billion is for him to recoup the full, so that way he gets to make out his full amount. But it can't happen, of course. The NBA is ironclad, locked tight, company or organization, as we should say. So in considering that and understanding, what's at stake here, I think that, they needed to rush the sale because they didn't want it to go to a vote. They know if it goes to a vote, they will be voted out, which means that if the Sterlings are voted out, which is what people aren't talking about, a lot of people don't realize. If they got voted out, they no longer own the team. The team is retained by the NBA, so then the NBA appoints who they have to manage it, which, in case you might have forgot, this is kind of what happened with the New Orleans Hornets when they were still the Hornets before they became the Pelicans. They were owned by the NBA and then eventually purchased by the same owner that owns the Saints. Forgive me, I don't know his name, but the owner of the Saints is now also the owner of the Pelicans. So they don't want to lose out on the value. That's the first thing. Most importantly, Shelly Sterling doesn't want to lose out on the value because you figure, he does a lot in real estate, but that's a lot of money left on the table. When you think about it, if you have an offer out right now for $2 billion for the Clippers, think about that's $2 billion that they would have lost because of everything else. All things considered, they would have lost that. So, yeah, she rushed that sale to make it happen. He's trying to make it seem like he didn't want the sale to happen, essentially, because, he wants to be able to try to retain the team. Bigger picture, he's trying to retain the team, so he's just going with a lot of different things to confuse, to divert people from focusing on what they really should focus on, which is that they need to get rid of him as an owner in the league. He's bad for the league. I definitely do think that he is, and we'll see how this plays out, but I'm pretty certain, he's going to take his come-up money, because let's be real, this is like come-up money for him, and he'll go away. He'll go away, the latest headline that she'll have, and she's doing that to capitalize on her name being out there, because it was bad coverage for her, it looking like, okay, well, she's estranged, they've pretty much not been together, so it just made her look like an old bag. I'm sorry, but we're just being real. There's no need to try to be overly politically correct. That's probably how she felt. And that was probably the public perception. It's like he's got this young girl. She's old. She's off on the side. And she was fine with their arrangement until all of this happened. So then that jeopardizes the enterprise. He gave her power of attorney. Now he's trying to go back on it. And then all these things about him having early stages of Alzheimer's. Yeah, whatever. There's people on medical leave from companies right now with all kinds of fake sicknesses that ain't even the truth. So I'm not buying that he's in beginning stages of Alzheimer's because that's just a ploy to implement something else or to tie into another approach for them. Let me know what you think. Young Drew from Eat Sleep Hoops.